The Great Recession was my greatest gift because it forced me to confront my fear. And when the reality of running a business into the ground for the prime of my career became more painful than the idea of leaving to figure out what I was going to do next, and you know, that call, 30% on Friday, that was the end of that business. I knew it in my heart of hearts. I had no choice. I had to walk into the unknown. But it also taught me a valuable lesson on how to confront my fear. And I have another little strategy that he used today that I had to share. When I'm about to make and we're at an inflection point in our business now, and I'm actually, frankly, a little scared about that because we're going to make some big changes that require some investment. I'm out of my comfort zone again, but I write down my fear, and it forces me to confront it directly. I write down what I'm afraid of. You write that down on paper. And then you look back at it a year later and you realize most of the shit you were scared of never comes true. And that helps you build some fear. It helps you dance with your fear. You're going to be afraid. I'm scared to death. But that doesn't mean I'm not moving forward. And the truth is, you also learn what you're afraid of. So you can confront that emotionally, intellectually. And I'll tell you what I was afraid of. I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of taking this dream off the shelf, this thing that all of you were doing, this idea of being a real speaker, owning a business, and going out into the world and not being good enough and failing miserably. And what that would do to my identity, my emotional chemistry, who I thought I was supposed to be. And an interesting thing happened. An interesting thing happened when I quit. I failed miserably. I failed miserably. Most people don't know this. I'm on my third company because I ran the first two into the ground. Yeah, these were the first two businesses I started out of the ad agency. Speaking was a part of them, but and you want to talk about pain. I had partners, I had contracts, I had agreements, I had clients, and we promptly ran both of those things into the ground. Two things I learned. One, it's great to fail if you fail fast. I got those out of the way. But the truth is, just running into the ground quickly. But it was also a reframing for me of what failure really is. Had I not made those two attempts and made all of those mistakes, I made every conceivable mistake. Wrong people, wrong deal structure, wrong terms, bad language in my contracts, scope creep in our projects. I mean, it was a disaster. Had I not run those two things into the ground, I would not be equipped to scale the business I'm in today the way I am. And that failure wasn't failure. It was learning and preparation for what I was meant to become.